Sabi niya, give away all the capital. Ipamigay daw niya yung buong 80,000. Tapos sabi niya, Lord, ikaw ba yun? No, but he knew it was the Lord kasi alam niya, hindi siya yun eh. So, kunento niya sa asawa niya, and the wife who was just healed of a serious disease told the husband, pera lang naman yan, kayang-kaya ni Lord ibalik yan. So you know what they did? That very night, they wrote a check for the whole 80,000 and gave it away and gave it to where God asked them to give it. Buo, 80,000 binigay. So they made that choice to serve God rather than money. And you know what happened? Sige, kwento ko lang ngayon kasi mamaya baka makalimutan ko. They were attending the seminar of Pastor Joby Soriano kasi dati meron ang CCF 10-week financial stewardship course na every week punta kayo 10 weeks tapos every week isusulat niyo yung mga expenses tapos magre-report kayo, susulat niyo yung mga income na pumasok. So talagang hindi digital, analog pa, logbook pa ang ginagawa noon. This was more than 15, 20 years ago. Noon pa, sa CCF Makati pa yon. And you know what? Napansin niya, after they gave away the 80,000, after a few weeks, they started the business. Nung binibilang nila yung income nila, alam mo ang bumalik sa kanila? 800,000. 800,000 dun sa bago nilang negosyo. Hindi nila ine-expect yun. Basta they obeyed. And I share that story kasi doon ko nakita yung talagang pag surrendered ka, when you're serving God rather than money, you know, God will actually provide for all your needs. Okay? He will provide for all your needs. So God cares how you handle money because He knows money can be the primary competitor for our attention and devotion. So, I just wanted to get this out of the way. Dapat dito natin yung umpisahan. Kasi hindi po to seminar parang prosperity na pagka maglabas kayo ng panyo, okay, may darating. Hindi po seminar to para sa ganyan, okay? But I just want to make clear that this is a seminar really that is based on my experience. Ang dami kong pinagdaanan from when I became a Christian because na-bankrupt po ako. Okay? And hindi lang po zero, pero negative. And because of that experience, that business failure, yung aking ex-girlfriend at that time, pumunta ng Bible study, sumama ako sa kanya, and for the very first time, I had an encounter with God's Word. And at that Bible study in CCF Makati, I surrendered my life to Christ. And the next day, basa ako ng Bible, hindi na ako maka-curse, hindi na ako makamura, hindi na ako makapag-sinungaling, hindi na ako makapag-cheat sa negosyo. And God totally transformed my life. And then I discovered na ang dami palang sinasabi nga ng Bible tungkol sa business tsaka tungkol sa pera. And I decided to read the Bible and read more books from Christian authors about finance. At doon ko nga in-apply ko sa buhay ko. And within 1 year na bankrupt ako, alam mo, ang bait ng Panginoon, nabawi ko lahat ng lugi ko. And I was able to really go back on the road to financial stewardship. So itong sinishare ko sa inyo is a result of more than 25 years of that journey. Okay? Yun. So, nag-umpisa ako ng 5 years old. Kaya 30 na ako ngayon. Hindi po. Ayan. Bago akong 58 na po ako. Okay. Ayan. So, malapit ako mag-senior. Excited ako kasi may libreng sine. Masasama ko na si Pastor Sunny makakaroon na kami ng sine, ng libre, free parking, di ba? Yun. Yeah. So, the Bible also warns us in 1 Timothy chapter 6, verses 9 to 10, people who want to get rich fall into what? Temptation and a trap. Okay, and into many foolish and harmful desires that plunge men into ruin and destruction. Nako, grabe, no? People who want to get rich, yung mga gustong yumaman, usually they fall into temptation. Tsaka yung trap. Alam mo yung trap, yung parang, alam mo yung mga naalala, pag nanonood kayo ng mga National Geographic, di ba? Yung mga trap na pag may mga usa or mga animals na pag nakatapak sila doon sa isang trap, tapos pak! Hindi na sila makaalis. Parang ganon. Hindi na kayo makaalis. Or nakalambiting kayo doon. Okay? Ganon klaseng trap. And into many foolish and harmful desires. For money is a root of all kinds of. Tama ba yan? For the love of money. You know, when I first heard that, kasi yung mundo sinasabi sa atin, di ba? Money is the root of all evil. Pero hindi. Ang sabi ng Bible, it is what? The love of money. Money can be used by God. It's a neutral thing. And in the hands of a faithful, in the hands of a good and faithful servant, it can do much good. Right? Okay. But the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. And a lot of people, some people, eager for money, have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs. So sila mismo, they pierce themselves, sinasaksak nila yung sarili nila for the love of money. And that's what happened to me bago ako maging Kristiyano. Yung sinasabi kong na-bankrupt ako, dahil yun for the love of money. Because I went into a business venture, at I got greedy, at imbis na hinay-hinay lang, gusto ko agad, one time, big time. And ayun po, nalugi. Imbis na kumita, ang laki ng lugi ko. And that's a warning that the Bible gives us. Okay? So, His will is kasi, God's will is for us to be free from the love of money and be spared from piercing ourselves from all kinds of grief. Meron din akong kakilala, sinabi niya sa akin, alam mo, RD, when I chose money over people, I always regretted it. Diba? Kahit sa mga pamilya, di ba? Meron akong nakausap just the other day. Problematic siya kasi pinag-uusapan yung mana. Pati yung mga magkakapatid, nag-aaway-away. Dahil hindi na niya maantay na mamatay yung nanay nila. Ngayon palang buhay pa yung nanay, pinag-aawayan na nila yung mana kasi meron yung nanay na 400 million property. Tapos 4 sila. Ayun. Ang sabi ng nanay, hindi ko ibibigay sa 4, sa yung 2 lang. Hindi sinama yung 2. Hindi pa alam ng 2. So, nag-ask ng counsel sa amin, paano namin gagawin? Di ba? Tapos pag nalaman ng mga kapatid namin yun, ako, away yun, di ba? So, ganun po, di ba? Kahit yung mga mga magkakapatid, they pierce themselves with many griefs because of the love of money. And ito po ako, when I started to work, I was a young man in my mid-20s. At pangarap ko talaga yumaman. At ang idol ko noon, itong taong ito. Yan, hindi nyo, kung yung mga kasintanda ko, kagaya ni Pastor Sunny, kilala niyan. Si Hugh Hefner po yan. Siya yung founder ng Playboy magazine. Okay? Yung mga, sino pong naalala yung Playboy magazine, huwag yung itaas ang kamay nyo. Okay. Pero siya yung naging idol ko. Okay? At I wanted to be like Hugh Hefner at yumaman, para meron akong mansyon, meron akong mga Playboy bunnies na kasama ko. And I wanted to be like him. So gusto ko maging entrepreneur. At actually, I was on that road to, akala ko riches, pero destruction nga pala. It was destruction. And kuneto ko kanina yung business failure na yun. Actually, it was a concert wherein I brought Gary Vaniciano to the province na sa Mindanao po. And imbis na one night kami, nag 2-night concert kami. Pero pinagpalad naman ng Diyos because even though it was the most successful failure sa lahat ng mga concert ni Gary V, at talagang nalugi kami mag-partners, it was God's appointment because God used that to humble me para I could just lie down on bed and just cry out, God, I need your help.